Arctic Ice is a new brand of phase change material on the market for the avid outdoorsman. It's designed to replace ice, and it does things that ice can't do. We'll start off with the Alaskan series and kind of give you an idea about what this product is designed to do. The Alaskan series has a phase change of around 34 degrees, slightly warmer than that of ice, and it's designed to keep things at a refrigerator type temperature for hours, even days, depending on the type of cooler that you might be using. We have 4 different sizes. The Alaskan series comes in a 5-pound, 2.5-pound, 1.5-pound, and a 3/4 size container. They're all for different applications. For instance, perfect for a lunchbox, keeping lunch nice and cool all day long. You need a couple of these in the lunchbox size container. For a little bit larger lunchbox, maybe a 6-pack type cooler, this is the Alaskan series in the 1.5-pound size. For a little bit large cooler, you can use 1 to 2 of these, maybe as many as you need really, to keep a 12-pack cooler nice and cool all day long without risk of freezing. And the 5 pounds, what we like to call our workhorse. 5 pounds designed to be used by itself or in tandem with others to equal the amount of ice that you would normally use to keep a full-size cooler as cold as you need to keep for as long as you need to keep it. Great thing about the Arctic Ice, any of our series, is that they're all completely reusable. Simply place them in the freezer to refreeze them, and they're ready to go when you want. That's the great thing. You don't have to stop at a store, pick up ice, and at the end of the day, you're not pouring out a big wet mess that costs you anywhere from $2 to $10 to buy it that morning. So that's the Arctic Ice Alaskan series. The Arctic Ice Chill and Brew series is a whole different idea. It keeps your cooler colder than ice. Now, when you go to the beer cave in the convenience store, the beer cave is typically around 28 degrees. So that's to keep beer just above its freezing point and as icy cold as possible. Now you can take that experience with you all day long in your cooler. That's what Chill and Brew is designed for. Chill and Brew has a 28-degree phase change and is designed to keep coolers at a 28 to 32-degree phase change all day or for multiple days, depending on the type of cooler you got and how much Chill and Brew you have in there with it. So we'll go through the sizes with that. The Chill and Brew, we have a 0.75, great for a little small personal cooler, probably more of a lunchbox size, 1.5 pounds designed to be used by itself, or with another one to keep a 6-pack size cooler, ice cold, or actually colder than ice all day long. Our 2.5 pounder, again to be used in a little bit larger cooler, and again the 5-pound workhorse of Chill and Brew is designed to replace ice and keep your cooler colder than ice all day long, or even longer, like I said, depending on the type of cooler that you use. What we recommend with any of these is our Chill and Brew or Alaskan series is to make sure that you purchase the equivalent of what you would in ice. So for instance, if you go to the store and you're buying a 10-pound bag of ice every time you go on the lake, grab a couple of these from your local retailer and you've replaced your 10-pound bag of ice for essentially the rest of your life. Store these in your freezer and they're ready to go as soon as you're ready to walk out the door in the morning, out to the lake, out to the beach, or to the tailgate party for the big game. Now, the Tundra series is our 3rd series, and the Tundra series provides something that nothing else on the market can do. These freeze in your freezer at around 5 degrees, so they have a very low phase change. And what a phase change is essentially when the product goes from liquid to solid or solid to liquid. What that does, though, is it allows this to keep things frozen without using dry ice. So, for instance, now you can go to the lake with frozen ice cream. I've actually taken the kids canoeing all day long with a cooler similar to this and maintained frozen ice cream sandwiches all day long. In fact, on the way home, they actually refroze and got harder than they were when we were taking them in and out of the cooler. So again, the 4 sizes, something for a small personal cooler. It's gonna last a few hours and keeping something frozen in a very small cooler. Medium size, obviously designed for a little bit larger cooler and designed to do the same thing, keep things frozen for several hours. You know, obviously the more frozen mash you have, the longer you're gonna be able to keep things frozen. These are designed to go with frozen items to maintain a frozen temperature. Large is designed to keep a frozen temperature in maybe a 12-pack size cooler. You wanna use a couple of these in tandem with your frozen goods for a day's worth of cold. And I've actually kept a cooler around a 45-quart cooler. With 4 of these, I've kept it under freezing for 4 days and kept it under 10 degrees for the first 2 days. So everything stayed solid froze for a solid 4 days in a cooler with this. So now you've got a replacement for your dry ice, replacement for your beer cave, and a nice cool refrigerator temperature with the Alaskan series.